morning, everyone. This is our webinar about the leadership during crisis times. Let's start with a short definition. What is the definition of leadership? Is the art of influencing others to their maximum performance to accomplish any task, objective, or project. This was defined by Cohen in 1990 and is still quite valid. The reason why leaders are appointed intrinsically to an activity is quite important because the leaders are not assigned by any organization or any corporation to a leadership position. It is different than a manager position that becomes a leader, but the leader earn their position by themselves. We can have a leader appointed to a high position. Is he or she performing well? It is not because the position, it is because the person that is driving that is having the experience, the character, and the tools to drive the situation and being an effective leader. David Stokoviak said that the leaders aren't born, they are made. This is quite important because in the past it was believed that the leaders were driving since they are born to attend the critical situation. Then some people that tried to learn how to become a leader, they were blind and they were blocked by others. Other important point is that the leadership can be developed. We are doing several seminars, we are driving things and writing articles about how to improve your leadership capabilities. Let's talk about the crisis. Crisis is a time of great disagreement, confusion, or suffering. Crisis is new every time that we have a crisis. It will have a different variables and different situation, people and conditions. Doesn't matter if you attend a similar crisis in the past, each time is new and you can attend using the previous experience, but you shall take care of the small points. Response during the crisis times. There are three important variables: time, unfamiliarity, and uncertainty, that are pulling in the different directions every time that the crisis is moving. What are the assets of the crisis manager? One of the most important is to drive those three variables. The person that is able to address those ones and don't lose any stakeholder will become an effective crisis manager. The tools. We can talk about the soft skills, hard skills, hardware tools. Any one of those is represented in each one of those bubbles here. But one of the most important tool in this moment is the experience. A person that has been driving crisis in the past and crisis in the similar field should be chosen for this important point. This person should have self-confidence, should be able to have a good teamwork, effective delegation, distributed control, and empowerment. Each one of those four are important because a crisis manager shall not become a micromanager, shall allow the people to drive their own decisions, of course, according to the main points of the crisis, and shall be able to put each one of those as a small piece of puzzle to address the situation. You have other points here that don't have name, but each one of those will become a highlighted issue during the time across the crisis is being solved. Okay, McKinsey said that you cannot take a decision immediately when the crisis happens or any point during the crisis. A person should be calm and avoid overreact during that situation. Of course, the person should pause, assess, anticipate, and act. These are the 4 points assigned during the decision making, also to avoid any regret. Why? The reason is because any decision taken to the crisis manager could have a big collateral effects. And if you are not able to assess what effects and take ownership of those effects, you will create a major problem. Common mistakes during the crisis. The common mistakes are always present during the crisis. Not always all of them are being there, but the most common one is the documentation. People don't document the situation, what has been done, by who, by when, where. All those points should be properly documented to avoid similar situations or handle similar situations in the future. The worst, being dishonest. People during the crisis sometimes take advantage and manage the things in a different way and divert resources for their own benefit. Being insincere, yes, the people sometimes don't share the right numbers. Losing touch, the people don't be in touch with all the stakeholders during the crisis. Remember that the crisis always bring personal and emotional things that need to be attended. Ignoring the situation is quite relevant because some crisis managers believe that the statement of keeping everything under control is just keeping the situation fade away. No, crisis should be managed, should be drive according to the importance of the points and even where don't keep out of the press. With this, we close our seminar with the 10 soft skills. Some of those are more important across the priority and maturity and getting up and down across the time. Just keep in mind that your soft skills are quite important to drive critical situations in any part or any situation that you face during your life. Finally, I invite you to visit our social networks in our webpage as well to get more insights, point details about career development, manage time, assessments, or anything else. Thank you so much.